As Marianne Radmacher said, courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes, courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow.
The way to break away from the fear of failure is to stop valuing the person that judges you. These people come in the form of parents, teachers, friends, and the worst of all, people you don't even like. And make a million mistakes. Just quit wasting your energy making the same mistakes. That's the thing about what the school system failed to teach us, isn't it? We are hardwired that failing is wrong, but where does the most success in life come from? We need to change the way we view failure, because deep inside we already know that through trial and error is where we find what works. Don't be afraid about failing. You just need to try different things, and even if 99% of them fail, you just need to be right once. One time. That's all that it takes. Be right one time in a relationship with a person. Be right one time in a business idea. Be right one time and you're set. And as long as you try your best, as long as you attempt it, then it's not failing. Because there's a lot of people in life that don't even try. They give up before they even get skin in the game. And that's all you need to get started. It's a start. Get some skin in the game. You don't need to fully immerse yourself. Just be where the action is happening. Most people lose before they even get started. They've lost in their imaginations already. So you'd much rather be in the trenches, even if you suck, even if you're not good enough. You don't need to have the perfect plan. You can just start and plan as you go. There's no such thing as perfect. It's this theoretical aim that isn't there, that'll cause you to stop progressing and you just get stuck in a rut of analysis paralysis. You know how many people been talking about the same plan after 2-3 years? 2-3 years later, I ask them how it's going, and they're still planning things out. In life, you don't win or lose. You only learn, right? If you're listening to this right now, I want you to understand that this is just a matter of your inner game. It all boils down to your beliefs and what you tell yourself. The biggest disability is a bad mindset. Here's a quote from Seneca. We're more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than reality. So you need to start knowing what your strengths are and just going all in on them. Irrationally all in. A plan B or something safe to fall back on is mentally a good idea and it's nice to think about, but if your plan B is not making you go all in on plan A, then it's sinking you. We're mainly driven by fear. That's just how we're deeply wired in our DNA. That's what makes humans the alpha being. It's a rare human that isn't always anxious, you know? Fear is built into the core of who we are. That's how we survive. Older days, if there's two people in the jungle and they hear something in the woods, one person might think it's a tiger and runs away, and the other person shrugs it off. 30 minutes later, the guy who decided not to run dies and gets eaten. But now in modern society, what scares and debilitates us are other people's opinions. So to do what we want, we should break out of that facade and play out judgment of other people. You can either live your life or live someone else's life and wish that only when you were younger you did what you wanted to do. Because when you're 40 and finally get married and have a family, you won't be able to go high risk, high reward anymore because it isn't practical. So the best way to get rid of fear, the most simple way to put it, is to face it and not let it fear you. That's it. Is it worth taking a chance? Is your goal worth failing for? It isn't worth it when you're old and gray thinking, what if? So what I want from you is to just go all in on yourself. And that's all. One life, no regrets. Peace and love.